Okay guys, so as promised, we're going to go through the issues 7 to 10 of Combat Patrol, which arrived last week, I believe. I've been busy with my Orc and Goblin battalion box for the Old World, which is why this video is a little late. So we're going to start off with the delivery, which came with the first binder. I've got issues 1 to 6 in the binder, which comes with sections for your building, your painting from your previous editions, your background material. Obviously you're reading all about the 41st millennium and what goes where with what. Your collecting section, which gives you all your date slates and your rules for your miniatures so far. And finally the play section, which is all your missions, teaching you how to play the game and so on and so forth. So that came with issues 7 to 10. And we've got Sam joining us again. So that came with issues 7 to 10. So you can start organising your collection properly in your binders. So that's that. Right, the miniatures from issues 3 to 6. We've got our barb gaunts, which have been finished there, as we can see. 5 of those barb gaunts. All much of a muchness, slightly different variations to each model. Got those painted. Sam's in the way again. Cat shenanigans. There's the 5th barb gaunt. And our Infernus Marines, again painted up as Imperial Fists. Got some transfers on there on the shoulder pads. Painted those 5 up as well. Like I say, with 4 issues coming a month, it gives you time to paint your miniatures before the next month's issues arrive, which is a good way of doing it. That way you're not getting bogged down with a load of miniatures all at once. Get your 4 issues a month, get those put together and painted, ready for the next month's issue arriving. It's a really good way of starting collecting. So, and there's the sergeant. As you can see, he's got his red helmet, whereas the normal ones have the yellow ones. And the limited edition sergeant, which came with issue 6, again with a different pose, slightly different helmet, and again, because he's a sergeant, he's got his red helmet on there. So there we go. There's our 6 Incinerator Marines. Right, on to this month's arrivals. Issue 7 and 8 come split with your unit of 10 termagants. You also get your measurement ruler. There, plastic measurement ruler. That comes in issue 7 with your first set of, I can't remember whether these are termagants, the ones with the guns, termagants, formagants, I always get them mixed up. Again, these are the ones from your Leviathan box, push fit, mono pose. Again, really easy to put together and paint. You can't go wrong with those. Easy to put together. Issue 7. Quick look at this. There we go. Part 1 of 2. You get your 10 termagaunts and your Ripper Swarm. So, on with the actual magazine again. Starting off with how to builds. Push fit real easy. And there we go. How to put them together. Your background. All about reading more on the background of the 40k universe, how the Tyranid hive mind works. If you think of like a swarm of ants or bees or wasps or xenomorphs from the Alien movies, that's a similar thing to how the Tyranid hive mind works. There are no individuals. They all work off one collective hive mind. Lots of background there on how the Tyranids evolve and come into the galaxy. Right, your play section this month concentrates on your ruler, which you get in this edition, this issue 7. Movement and measuring. Movement and coherency. So all your units in the same unit have to stay within 2 inches of each other. It's always been one of the basic rules of Warhammer 40,000 ever since first edition. Weapon ranges, obviously again using your ruler. And you've got a scenario using your teaching you how to use the measurement rules. There we go. And obviously next issue is your next group of termagaunts. So that's issue 7. Just throw that in there. You'll notice there are no bases in issue 7, but they do come in issue 8 for all of your termagants and your Ripper Swarm. So that was issue 7. Issue 8. Your remaining termagants. Again, push fit, Leviathan set. Easy to paint. Put together. Bases, I won't show you those because of the bases. The larger one, you'll see there's 10 normal and 1 larger. Your larger one is the one that your Ripper Swarms go on. So, issue 8. Obviously you haven't got any how to builds this time because that was in issue 7. So we're straight on how to paint your termagants and your Ripper Swarm. There we go. Departamento Munitorium is your reedy section this issue. The Second Tyrannic War. Yes, this is the one that attacked the old aircraft world of Iandon and the Space Marines' home planet of Ultramar. In the historic lore, the Second Tyrannic War. More on the Great Devourer. how the Tyranids come down and attack worlds, invade, overwhelm and consume. Termagants, with a data sheet, and this time for your play rules is how to charge and do your combat resolutions, how they work. Again, another scenario for you to play through, teach you how the combat and charging rules work. And that's issue 8. Issue 9 comes with a couple more paints. So we have Abaddon Black, and is that Retributor Armour, which is a gold colour. So there are your 2 paints you get this month. This issue, sorry. Issue 9. Again, no miniatures for this, so there's no how to build. But again, how to put your new paints on where. As you can see, your black to do your weapons and bits and bobs, and your gold for your trim and your ornate pieces on your Space Marines, which is obviously the 2 paints we get this issue. So again, everything's laid out nice and easy for you as you go along. No excuse for you to not get your miniatures put together and painted as you go. All easy to follow steps. And here we go with Space Marine chapters. Now, if you're not familiar with the 40k universe, Space Marines are organised into what they're called chapters, each with 1,000 Marines, and each chapter has its own history, fighting traditions and colours. The ones you get in the magazines are obviously painted as the Ultramarines, which are the poster boys for Warhammer 40,000. And as you notice, mine are yellow because I've done them as the Imperial Fists rather than the Ultramarines. But again, there's lots of different. You can even make up your own chapter if you don't want to follow the ones that Games Workshop provide for you. Here's for the other famous chapters: Blood Angels, Silver Templars, Space Wolves, and the best chapter of all, because they're my favourite chapter, the Dark Angels. So there we go, different Space Marine chapters, and this month's play rules concentrating on how to advance and fall back. Rules on how they work. Scenario 4, pitch battle. Obviously there you're putting lots more of your miniatures together to form bigger battles and how they work. So again, teaching you how to play as you go along. A few rules in each issue, so you're not getting overwhelmed with rules all at once. Cracking way to teach you how to play the game. So that was issue 9. And finally for this month, guys, issue 10. And what we have here is another paintbrush. There we go, slightly larger one this time. Your Space Marine Librarian in Terminator armour. Again, push fit from your Leviathan set. Now the Space Marine Librarians are your psychers, the ones with psychic powers in Warhammer 40,000. If you think of them as perhaps wizards, because they have these, it's not called magic in Warhammer 40,000, it's called psychic powers. Each race has its own psychers. For example, the Eldar have warlocks and farseers. The Space Marines have librarians. And I believe the Tyranid ones are zoanthropes. They're all your ones with psychic powers. So again, this time, I knew how to build, because you get your Terminator Librarian. Again, very clear, concise rules of how to put him together and how to paint him. The Ecclesiarchy of the Imperium, which are your religious sort of offshoot. I believe these involve your priests and your sisters of battle, that sort of thing, how they're organised. Devastator Doctrine for your Space Marines. And some of the other models that you can get. Tank. Storm Talon Gunship, which is your flyer. Your Ballistus Dreadnought. And then we get on to our Librarian rules. Data sheet for him. And this issues play rules or weapon abilities. Each models or units come with different weapons, telling you how they work. So again, a little bit of rules every issue, just to get you learning all the rules in not too many bite-sized pieces, if you like, making it easier for you to learn as you go. You'll go mind over matter, so I'm guessing this is the beginnings of your psychic rules. And there we go. That's this month's 4 issues, guys, for your Combat Patrol. Next 3 issues here. 2 more paints in issue 11, and in issue 12 and 13 is your elite Space Marines in Terminator armor. Squad of 5 split across issues 12 and 13. But again, that's for next month, by which time I should have this month's miniatures all painted, hopefully. And looking forward to those. So once again, guys, thanks for listening to my drivel. And we'll see you next month. Thank you very much, and keep painting.